The government's pressure on auto manufacturers to disincentivize diesel cars, that continues. We're understanding now that the Supreme Court is going to hear the petition that has been filed by the Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority. That's the EPCA. And this is part of a comprehensive action plan that recommends taxing all diesel cars in India. Let's find out what's going on over here. Swati is joining us. She tracks the auto space so closely. Swati, do tell us. The effort of the government is to make sure that more electric vehicles come in. They've set a deadline to this. They've kind of working towards it as well. And all of this disincentivizing of diesel cars, that seems to be the order of the day. Now, what's the latest they're doing on this count?
Well, if you see, Vikram, we already know that diesel cars are not the best choice now for consumers to look at, because we're already seeing a lot of taxation that has been prevailing on diesel cars for a long time. But what is now being done really to disincentivize diesel further is to ensure that there is a tax or a cess across all diesel cars. So earlier, if you recall, there was a tax or a specific cess that's been put on the big diesel engine cars, the 2000cc and upwards. So you had a 1% additional cess over and above a petrol engine. But now what is being thought, and what's something that Environment Pollution Control Authority, or EPCA, has been talking about is the fact that all diesel cars should be taxed, and the quantum of taxation is something that they've listed out. What they've said is that cars which have engines, diesel engines of up to 1200cc, which is your typical small cars, and if they're diesel cars, then they should have a 10% cess on the cost of the vehicle. So that's a significant steep addition input on cost that is being added on. Now there's a second segment that they've spoken on, which is cars which have diesel engines up to 2000cc, so anywhere between 1200cc to 2000cc, which really is the chunk of really the diesel vehicles that are sold in India. That should be taxed at around 20%. And anything which is beyond 2000cc should be taxed 25%. So this is a steep pollution tax ranging from 10% to 25% on all diesel cars is what is being proposed. What's going to be important to now look out for is the Supreme Court hearing, which will happen on the 17th of November, on how they will take this up, especially at a time when we are seeing the capital, national capital region, Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, reeling under huge pressure of pollution. And taking this up at this time will be very, very important to see how this goes.